Small Stories from Life Part 9. Here is the first story, Say I Love You. The author once asked a question: if you had only 1 hour to live and could only make one phone call, who would you call? What would you say to that person, and why are you still hesitating to do it? This is a powerful message. Who knows what we are waiting for? We always have reasons to delay. One day we will tell someone how much we love them. But if we keep delaying like that, when will we be able to express our feelings? While the people you love are still waiting for those words and wanting to be reciprocated. I wonder how many people hear the words I just called to say I love you very much every time they end a phone call. You will be surprised to find out that almost nothing in this world means so much to a person. When you give love, you will also receive love in return. The messages sent to each other are priceless gifts that always bring us closer together. If you can't meet in person or on the phone, write a heartfelt letter. Either way, you will find that expressing love to others will become a habit in your daily life. It will not surprise you to hear this, but if it does, you will most likely start receiving more love from your actions today. Thank you for listening.
Followed by the second story, make helping others a part of your life. Becoming a more loving person requires more than just a heart. It also requires action. However, these actions are not specifically directed, not predetermined. Rather, most good deeds and genuine generosity come naturally. They come from a habit of thinking, where action and heart come together. I always start each day by asking myself, how can I be a helpful person? I find this a powerful way to remind myself that there are countless things I can do to help others. When I take time to think about the question, the answers will come one by one. If one of your life purposes is to help others, you will have countless opportunities to do so. Sometimes the way I can help someone is just to be a friend who stays at a house when they need it, or in other situations I can give up my seat on the train to an elderly person. Help a young person through a stressful time, talk to someone, write a book to help your daughter's school, donate to a charity, or pick up litter on the street. It doesn't matter how small or big your actions are, the point is to remember that helping others is not a one-time thing, nor is it about doing good deeds to be treated well in return. Instead, becoming a person of little means is a lifelong process. A way of looking at life. Does that pile of rubbish need to be taken out? If so, do it now and don't do it again. Is someone you know struggling? Maybe they need a hug and a listening ear. Do you know a charity that is having financial problems? Could you contribute something? I have found that the best ways to help others are actually simple, just doing the little, quiet acts of kindness that often go unnoticed in everyday life, such as cheering up a loved one or just taking the time and effort to listen to others. I know I have a lot to do to be a more generous person, but I also feel that once I make a habit of helping more in my life, I feel more satisfied with the way I have chosen to live. Thank you for listening.
Followed by the third story, Find the Extraordinary in the Ordinary. A man met two bricklayers and asked them about their work. When the first bricklayer was asked what his job was, he immediately replied that it was hard work, not well paid and boring, because all day long he just spread mortar and laid bricks on bricks. The second bricklayer was asked the same question, but his answer was very different. I am the luckiest person in the world because I get to be part of magnificent architecture. I turn ordinary bricks into masterpieces of humanity. Both of them were right. The truth is that we will see in life what we want to see. If you look for evil, you will see a lot of evil. If you look for flaws in others, you will definitely find them. On the contrary, if you look for the extraordinary in ordinary things, you will see them everywhere. The second bricklayer saw a great architecture from ordinary bricks. If it were you, would you see it? Would you be able to see the extraordinary harmony of all things? The miracle of nature, the compatibility of human life, all is simply a matter of consciousness. When you pay attention to life, you will discover the ordinary but extremely valuable things, and that is the route to create new things. Thank you for listening.
Followed by the fourth story, Keep Your Mind at Peace. Life has taught me that everything in the world, good or bad, happy or sad, agree or disagree, success or failure, fame or disgrace, all follow an immutable law that what begins must end. Every experience begins and ends. Every thought in your mind arises and disappears. Every emotion and mood you have at this moment will be replaced by another emotion. You have experienced emotions such as happiness, sadness, jealousy, disappointment, anger, love, tiger, pride and so on. But these emotions then disappear. Where they disappear, no one really knows the answer. Everything may disappear into nothingness. It is very useful if you realize that life is a series of events connected to each other. The present is followed by the present, and therefore when joy comes to us, no matter how wonderful it is, it will eventually be replaced by something else. Another moment, pain or sadness also comes but will be followed by other emotional states. Life still operates continuously according to its own rules. If you can understand that, you will no longer be bothered no matter what happens and always keep the necessary peace of mind. Thank you for listening.
Followed by the fifth story, don't blame others for things not going as expected. Many of us tend to jump to the conclusion that it's his or her fault. This type of situational judgment you can see everywhere. Not finding something means it must have gone somewhere else. A car that doesn't run well means the mechanic didn't fix it properly. A family's financial situation means your spouse is too wasteful. A messy house means no one cleans up. A late project means your co-workers didn't do their part. And so on. There are all kinds of ways to think about other people's responsibilities without putting yourself in the middle of it, without having anything to do with the problems you're involved in on a personal level. This also means that we can never take full responsibility for our actions, problems, or happiness on a community level. It's a denial of responsibility for the common good. With personal happiness, you cannot feel at peace when you blame others for the situations that contribute to your problems. In fact, we are the ones who create opportunities and are responsible for our happiness. The situation does not make you, it reveals you. Why when you see a messy house, you do not start cleaning it? Blaming others wastes a lot of mental energy. It is a way to kill your legitimate self. Blaming makes you feel helpless with your own life because your happiness depends on the behavior and attitude of others. Things you cannot control, life will have a lot more joy and be much easier when you stop blaming others. Try this method and see what happens. Here we would like to end this story. Thanks for listening. Hello and see you again in Small Stories of Life Part 10.